Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with a young lady that I know the community is well versed in and knows. She's been on our show a couple of times talking about and bringing awareness to something that all of us can benefit from, and sometimes we don't even recognize it when we see it.
That's right.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being by none other than Miss Maria Harris. Maria, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Well, again, it is a pleasure to sit down with you, Maria. You are that breath of fresh air. You bring joy here to our stage, and I just want to say thank you so much for doing that.
Once again, thank you so much for having me.
Well, Maria, I can say you've been on the show a couple of times now, and I'm looking down at the flyer here, 5th annual.
The 5th, that's right. Went by really fast.
It goes by fast, doesn't it? But before we get started, Maria, if you don't mind, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Maria Harris, the founder of 50 Shades of Pain. 50 Shades of Pain is special to me because I went through lupus and I know the different pains of lupus, which is what inspired me to name it 50 Shades of Pain, because it does affect everyone differently.
50 Shades of Pain. Now, lupus, you know, sometimes we hear about various diseases we're not very versed or educated on. Tell us a little bit about lupus, if you don't mind. Lupus
is a lifelong autoimmune disease that can basically your body is fighting against itself. So sometimes it even attacks your organs. It's a lot of joint pain. So it kind of affects everybody differently.
Oh, wow. So that's why you get the 50 Shades,
50 shades of pain. Yeah.
I'm sure you would like to get rid of all of those.
All of it for everybody. If I had a cure, I definitely would heal everybody.
My Lord. Okay.
Something that I don't wish on anyone.
My Lord. And because I was thinking back before and talking with you before we came on, I remember the very first time that you came on, you had a cane, and I see now that you lift the cane.
That's right.
Dropped
Thank God. Yeah, when I first came on, I think it was affecting my legs, my heart, my kidney. So I had to take steroids and high dose steroids and chemo to keep from going on dialysis. And I was down, like I said, with my legs. I had to use a cane and a walker sometime. Even had to go through therapy to learn how to, kind of walk again. So it can be a lot.
Wow, it sounds like it. Let me ask you, what's the population that lupus mostly impact, you think? It
affects millions everywhere, but it's just so silent that some people don't just come forth and talk about it. It's like we're living in pain silently by ourselves. So that's why we want to make it visible. But it does mostly affect black people, but it does affect people of color more so than Caucasian, but there are some Caucasians, and we do have some in our group, in our surrounding areas as well. So it can affect men and women, but mostly women. Mostly women.
Oh, okay. All right. And you're the 5th annual Shades of Pain Lupus Awareness Walk and Health Fair that's going to be taking place on May the 3rd. Talk a little bit about what's going to be taking place there.
Okay, so there'll be a time that we'll all come together with the community, with other survivors and family, and kind of love on them, show the support, bring awareness to what lupus is, and just enjoy each other. So this, like you said, this is our 5th year. We do the walk, but we also have someone there that speaks on lupus and bring that awareness. We have Kane is going to be there doing the warm-ups with us. We have Ms. Cardio do slides. We do awards. So it's just a day of fun and awareness.
And the weather's normally really nice during that time,
yes.
too.
Last year, God spared us. It was raining, but it held up for us to get through it, yes.
Oh, very good. And this is going to be taking place over at the Granger Track and Field at 100 Honeycutt Place.
Yes.
Walkers, I guess. Do you all ride bike riders, or is it just a walk?
Just a walk. We haven't had any bike riders so far. Okay. But anybody's invited to attend. It can be social groups, church groups. Anybody's invited to attend. You don't have to have lupus to come out and support us, because that's why we're doing. We want to bring awareness to the community. So everybody's invited.
Okay, well, very good. And I'm looking here. There's going to be, food is always an enticer.
Yes.
So
yes.
there's going to be an opportunity for food trucks to be there.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about that and how they can get involved.
Okay, so yes, we'll have food trucks. It's also a mini health fair. So we are looking for healthcare vendors as well, and it's free of charge.
Okay.
If someone would like to be a food vendor, the regular food vendors, it's a $50 fee. If they have a food truck, it will be a $75 fee. We also is kid friendly, so we'll have someone there that's going to be doing face painting. We have Miss Sassy, the young lady who wrote her own book. She's going to be there. The character's going to be there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We just invite everybody to come out.
Wow. Okay. Let me ask you now. You say survivors will be there and family members. Do you know approximately how many in our community may be affected by lupus?
Right now we have in our group, I would say about 50 or more, but that's like in surrounding areas. But we know more with lupus, but they don't just sign up and participate.
Okay.
Just going around in the community, talking to different people at different stores and things, we find that it's a lot of people that has lupus or their family has lupus. So we're just trying to encourage everyone to come together and let us love on each other, join a group, have support groups. Our organization also helps our survivor if they're out of work sick. We help them with household essentials, utility bills, and emotional support as well. We have Dr. Marks that works with us, and if our survivors need counseling, he's also there to help with that. So we help them financially and emotionally as well.
Okay. And a big point about your 50 Shades of Pain is a 501c3.
That's right. We're a nonprofit, so all donations are tax deductible. Yes, sir. Okay,
well, very good. Let me ask you, and when I first met you, I could see, are people that go through and have lupus, is all the signs visible?
They're not visible.
Okay.
The thing that we hear the most is, but you don't look sick. Most of the time I'm in pain daily, but we just keep going because we have to keep going. And sometimes that's what, like I'm a realtor also, so just having to be up and contacting back and communicate with my clients, that helps me to stay motivated and keep moving forward, because if you stay home and just you just get in that depression mode, you kind of have to keep going. Well,
every time I see you, I think you're running.
Yes.
You are running, and which is a great thing, and we're definitely glad and appreciative of what you're doing here.
And I thank God, for just allowing me to keep showing up for someone else, to be an encouragement for someone else, because He's brought me so far, and it's only right that I help someone else.
That's right. That's right. Talking about just being able to love on one another. I think that compassion and understanding of what others are going through, that are suffering, with, or going through, I should say, with the disease, and then just to understand it.
Just understanding. Yeah, we had a meet and greet not long ago, and one of the things that one of our survivors said was she thought she was all alone. She thought she was going through this alone, so she was just so thankful to meet someone else, and now we can communicate with her, and she knows she's not alone. We understand, because sometimes your family and different people, they don't understand that you don't have any energy, you get tired easily, or you're in pain, so you're not always complaining, but we are always in pain or tired. So she was just glad that someone else understands what she's going through.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
It really is a blessing.
It's a blessing. So Maria, once again, we're here to talk about the 5th annual, boy, I'm going to tell you, the 5th annual 50 Shades of Pain Lupus Awareness Walk and Health Fair. And if there's someone that's listening, Maria, that hadn't gotten involved or that would like to get involved, how can they do that?
Well, they can contact us directly with our phone number, which is 706-530-5083, or they can go on our website, which is 50shadesofpain.org, the number 50. And also, if they would like to make a donation, we'll take a donation. We still are in need of healthcare vendors as well as sponsors. We're still accepting donations. We have t-shirts for sale as well. Okay. And the t-shirts are $20 For 2X and up, they are $25. So we just would like to have everybody support. And if you can't come, just spread the word. And we just want to bring awareness. And if you can't make this event, we do have a gala in November the 20th. It's going to be our second gala, and it turned out very well last year. So we just inviting everyone to come out to that event as well.
Okay. Do you have a location for that event where it will be held?
It's going to be at Delavine.
At Delavine. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, once again, I know that the community, as giving and caring and loving as it is, will come out and support fully the 5th annual 50 Shades of Pain, Inc. Lupus Awareness Walk and Health Fair. And I know that there's some vendors that are listening. They're going to come on out and participate and be a part of this as well. And kids, come on out.
That's right.
Kid friendly.
And we do have sponsorship opportunities as well for different businesses that would like to be a sponsor. We will be showcasing our sponsors. Some of our sponsors, the top sponsor will also be on the back of our t-shirts. Oh, okay. And this is our 5th annual walk, but we really actually started in 2019, but due to COVID, we missed a few years, a couple of years. Yes.
Yeah, COVID kind of impacted a lot of things.
Everything, yes,
That's
sir.
right. Absolutely. Well, Maria, it is always a pleasure to sit down with you and to talk about and to bring awareness to, something that impacts individuals. Sometimes we know about them and can see it. Sometimes we don't. And it's great to know that there's a support team, a support system that is there in place just to kind of, again, to love on those that are going through it.
That's right.
So I just want to thank you for being my guest today. And again, I know that the community will come out and fully support once again the 5th annual 50 Shades of Pain Lupus Walk. So thank you very much, Maria. Thank you.
And thank everyone for their support this far. And we just looking forward to bringing more awareness.
All right. Well, definitely so. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
Law enforcement can't be everywhere, but you can help us by being our eyes and ears in your neighborhoods. Now, when you want to communicate with law enforcement, you can use TIP 411 and it's 100% anonymous. We've partnered with TIP 411 to provide a new and innovative crime-fighting tool to our community. We are committed to providing safe, effective ways for you to report crime anonymously. Now you can download our app to easily communicate with us, share information over text message, or report tips online. Our new tool gives you quicker access to provide information about criminal activity in your neighborhood. Plus, our officers will be able to ask questions and have a two-way conversation with you without ever knowing your identity. The easiest way to provide information is to download our free smartphone app, available for Android or iPhone. After downloading the app, enter your anonymous message or tip. It's that easy. You can also provide photos and videos as part of your tip. If you don't want to download the app, you can easily text your tip. In the to line of your text message, type 847411. In your message, type our unique keyword, then a space, and then your message. You may later receive a follow-up text from us to get more information. Remember, it's all anonymous. But here's an important point. Always call 911 for emergencies. Our new tool allows you to provide information to prevent an incident after a crime has occurred, or if you have concerns about suspicious activity in your neighborhood. Download our app and take an active role in keeping our community a safe place to live, work, and play.
Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have a personality that I am so proud to sit down with. So proud of this young lady, and it's my pleasure and honor to be a part of her shows now. And of course, she doesn't need an introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. Here's Miss April Ross. April, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Alton. I appreciate it.
Well, you know what, April, whenever I get an opportunity to sit down and speak with you and just to know your story and know what you're doing here in our community, we need 100 more of you. You know that, right?
Oh, my goodness.
100 more of you.
You're too kind.
But you just do so much, and I know that everywhere you go, you make an impact.
We try to.
You make an, well, you do. You make an impact. April, hometown girl, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I'm April Ross, and I was born and raised here in LaGrange, Georgia. Married to Corey. We have 5 kids together, blended family, and 5 horses and a donkey. And right now we are the owners of BeeTV Network and Ross Royal Carriage now. But my thing is the media side.
That's right.
Yeah, what I love to do.
And you do a wonderful job, you know.
Thank you,
wonderful job. You know, and we're here today to talk about something that you started 3 years ago. That not only, that's why I say you make an impact. Because you did something that kind of shine or showed the light on individuals that we will probably pass each and every day and never really thought about them, right? Until we needed them.
Correct.
Until we needed them.
Correct. Yes. Yes. We started the BeeTV Awards, and then I just, you know, I looked at different people who were in their different industries and how they were making an impact themselves. But however, they did not have the platform to do it on, and I knew that, you know, God has blessed me with a great platform, and I wanted to shine the light off me, but focus it on them, for the hairstylists, for the bakers, for the videographers, that people, we see their work, but now it's time to see who they are. You know, and to celebrate them. And I wanted the community to make the choice of who's going to be celebrated.
Wow. You know, my first year, and I'm ashamed I missed the first one, but I came last year, and I'm like, oh my God. Right here in LaGrange. Yes. It was star-studded.
I'm glad you said that.
It was. It was star-studded. It was, I mean, you would have thought you were someplace else, just to be quite honest with you.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
I appreciate it.
And to have the camaraderie, all of the professions that were there. So let's talk a little bit about what your categories are like this year, if you don't mind.
Categories, we have the best pediatrician, we have the best funeral home. So we mix up the categories each year. People like, how do y'all come up with the categories? When this award is over, then I will post and say, what categories would you like to see? So we still take the categories from the community. So we pick 12 categories, and then we put it out there to the community, and then we allow them to nominate, and then the voting starts after the nominees. We had over 4,500 nominations that came in. We have a very big footprint, so we handle East Alabama, West Georgia. So it's great to see them come in the room. A lot of people, when they look at the photos, I had a young man to call me yesterday. He said, do I have to wear yellow? And I said, no. And you wear what you want to wear. He said, every time I see a photo, it's got people with black. I said, I don't know why they come dressed black and yellow. He said, well, I guess you have done your job.
That's right.
Because they think they got to show up like that. But yes, we choose the categories, and we kind of have a mixture. Like last year when you came, we had the tattoo artist, but also then we had the best lawyer, the best attorneys.
That's right.
And it was funny because the now judge, Janelle Johnson, I ran into her and she said, April, I love the award. She said, I found my esthetician in the room. I found my loctician in the room. She said, and you had the tattoo artist in there. She said, but my son was really intrigued. He inspired my son. I said, really? She said, yes. She said, because because his speech when he got on stage, you know, he mentioned that, you know, I'm from the projects. He said, I started in the projects, and for somebody to think of me. You know, that boosted his self-esteem. So that's the reason why we do it. I mean, it brings tears out to think about it, you know. Yes. Because, you know, I think so many times, April, and you and I know this, we have to show our kids who they can become. And then show them other individuals that are doing that. And it may not necessarily be the football, basketball, but there are other professions that we need in our society as well. So for that, I do say thank you. You know? Because just like the awards that were given out, you know, I found decorators, various things of that nature, you know. And that's what it's all about, networking. Networking opportunities. You know? It is a great networking opportunity. Our baker who won, she doesn't have a brick and mortar. She bakes at her home, but people love her stuff. But, you know, she was like, you know, thinking I got to have this, and I've got to have that. And she'll get there because everybody has to start somewhere. Just get started.
That's right.
On your gifts, your crafts. I started with a cell phone. I didn't let that stop me. I did not have an office. I was the janitor. I'm the person that answers the phone. I'm doing it all.
Yeah.
But just get started. It's no matter where you start. It's just where you're going.
That's right. Absolutely. Now, speaking about where we're going, where are we going this year for the awards?
We are going to Oak Fusky.
Oh, wow.
The beautiful facility. I mean, I'm sure you've been out there.
I have been there once, yes.
It is great out there. And so we're going to Oak Fusky this year. Our cocktail hour starts at 6 o'clock.
I'll be there.
Make sure you do. And 7 o'clock the show begins.
Okay.
So we try to make sure that we have it on time. We know it's a weekday this year, and I'm very mindful of people who have to go to work like me. And so we're very mindful of that. So we're going to have a great show, and we just want everybody to come.
Okay, great. Well, one of the things one of my friends told me about it. And he said, they're about to sell out of tickets. I said, wait a minute.
Right. And, I mean, we were getting scared at the end of March. Teresa, my assistant, she called and said, it's not even April yet, and over half the room is already sold. Wow. And I said, oh, my goodness. And she said, but I've seen this before. Then it's going to slow down. Then when you post, it's just going to get, where we need to be.
Right, you need to be.
Yes.
So at Oak Fusky, cocktails at 6, show starts at 7.
Yes.
Be there, be square.
And that's it. That's it. Be there.
Be there. That's it. That's it. And the other thing that impressed me so much about it last year is people were, like I say, star-studded. When I say star-studded, if you don't have the outfit, you don't have to go, but you might want to go because it is very, very nice.
Yes, they dress up. Yeah. I mean, when I say get dressed, they were dressed like, people were calling and saying, what should I wear? I said, look, this is when you dress to impress.
Yes, you do.
Put on your best when you come, because you never know who you're going to meet in the room.
That's right.
A lot of people, like I said, Janelle Johnson, and I'm glad she shared that with me because that's what it is really at Ultimate. Yes, we celebrate those. And then we set aside, I want to say it's not just about the categories. We set aside 2 awards this year that have been in business over 30 years. Wow. One is Mr. Cecil Ramsey. He is 80-something years old. He's been in business 64 years. He's a roofer.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he owns a roofing company, still in business, still getting on top of houses. Right. I know his daughter said, it's dangerous. But he loves it. He loves what he does. And so we set aside that time to honor those who have been in business over 30 years. Mr. Turnbow, I hope I'm saying his name, Plumbing. Okay. Right. He is, he's one of our recipients this year as well. Okay. I think he's been in business over 60-something years as well. Here's how it all started with him. And he, like you say, still in business. And his son is working with him as well. So, it's that family tradition, that generational thing. Correct.
And those are careers that we definitely need in our society.
Definitely.
Yeah. You let it get stopped up. So you need one.
Exactly.
Yes, man. Well, I am so happy to be able to have you sit down with us, April, to share this information. And it's going to be, and it's held in April. I wonder why. Right.
That was strategic. We did select April for April, yes.
I think the only thing we said it's going to be on a weekday, but it's April the 24th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, out at Oak Fusky. Tickets going fast, probably sold out by now, right?
Yeah, we got like 14 tickets left.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
got 14
tickets left. All right, so they can go on, I think they go online.
They go online, BeeTVNetwork.com, and you can purchase your tickets.
All right, you better get it. I'm just telling you, better get it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And April, and I know you probably had looked at next year. Just yet.
Well, we are already forecasting for next year. We have to kind of in the midst of this as it gets towards the end to see how we're going to elevate it. Every year, we know the ticket, the price of the ticket, but we want to make sure it's an experience for the people. So we always try to elevate it for the next year.
I believe it. I do believe it, and it was definitely an experience for me. That's why I went ahead and got my ticket. Make sure, and I think I'm gonna have to go back out and get another ticket for sure as well. well. So April, once again, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
It is always a pleasure. And I'm going to have you back on because we got
Let
some
me
other
say
things.
one thing before I leave. I want to say congratulations to you.
Oh, wow.
Because you have celebrated 30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
That's right. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
I did. I had it on my TV station as well. I saw the pictures, so y'all don't get me for snagging those pictures.
We don't.
But
we won't.
But I did, and because you're to be celebrated, and congratulations to you.
Thank you so very much. And matter of fact, my church picked it up from where you posted it and put it on Facebook as well. So I'm just blessed once again, much like yourself, just truly blessed, and hopefully that I've impacted someone along the way.
That's right.
Absolutely. April, thank you so much for being my guest
Thank you so
today.
much.
All right. I want to thank you for joining City Week this week, ladies and gentlemen. I had on two wonderful guests. First, I had on Miss Maria Harris as she talked about the 5th annual 50 Shades of Pain, Inc. Lupus Awareness Walk and Health Fair that will be taking place on May the 3rd over at Granger Track and Field 100 Honeycutt Place. So by all means, ladies and gentlemen, come on out and support that event. It is for a great cause. Also had on none other, ladies and gentlemen, Miss April Ross from BeeTV as she talked about the 3rd annual BeeTV Awards that will be taking place on April the 24th out at the Oak Fusky Center. So by all means, if you hadn't got your ticket, go on out and get one. You don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you've enjoyed these interviews. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.